I was just talking about this yesterday. Sometimes it's creepy how this works. They released this today. Just released this today. Look at what they're talking about here on payments.com. They're talking about AI and digitized payments. You scroll to the bottom, one of the first lines here is AI can help optimize each stage of the contract life cycles. The article is titled Automation AI Recast Role Agreement Management Across B2B. Listen to what they're saying. I just was speaking about this yesterday. I know I said that a few times, but I'm telling you, we're on to something. I wasn't just talking. I told you. It says here, AI digitized payments are laying the foundation for more dynamic, responsive relationships between B2B companies. This shift is helping firms move away from static, one-size-fits-all agreements toward arrangements that are adaptable to both parties' evolving needs. As AI and digital payment platforms. Now, keep in mind, the BIS made this very clear. E-money or electronic money are legacy offerings like Zelle. What's the other things? Is it PayPal, and all that other stuff? That's electronic money. They fall under that classification. When they say digital payments, they're talking about distributed ledger technology. There's a lot of value about to move, a whole ocean of value. People are not seeing it. I got to bring the research right to you so you can see it for yourself. This changes everything, period. 365 days of the year, 24 hours a day, smart contracts involve AI, shoring up the rest of it. This is why these bank coin companies been talking about AI. You got Flare talking about AI. You had Ripple talking about AI. You think not? Let me show you something. We're going to rip the veil off today. I'm telling you, if you didn't see yesterday's video, please watch it. Please watch it. I covered a lot in there. It was all for a reason. Now you're seeing it come together. Wait, what's this? What is this? Ripple CTO voices his big AI predictions, and he covered a lot. Here's one thing I'm going to tell you about right now. And I'm not even going to go into all the other times Ripple talked about AI, but wait. David Schwartz was talking about this, but the one thing that he didn't put in there was about how they're going to use it, because at the time this wasn't on the table. How they're going to use AI and blockchain, smart contracts for compliance agreement. This is what they're talking about here. They're talking about here with B2B, right? Wait. That was on payments.com. That what I read before. All right. Now, you might say to yourself, wait a minute, Mick, they already got things going with compliance in the legacy system. It's not working. Well, I'm going to show you this article here. We're ripping the veil off. If this isn't a potent video, I don't know what is. Watch this. Wait. This also. Wait, let me get the place so I don't lose it. Project. OK. Why compliance is such a burden. This is from Ledger Insights. It was released 10 hours ago. Once again, I was just talking about this yesterday. How spooky is that now, after I spoke about all of these things, they dropped two monstrously large articles, in-depth articles on what I was just talking about. I'm telling you, we're on to it. We've been hunting it down. I know what I'm talking about. Wait. Look at this. Watch this. Project Mandala. Look this up. If you don't know about it, look this up. Project Mandala proves viability of upfront compliance for digital asset transactions. Now, let me not mess this up because we have to get to a few key parts. We can't cover the whole thing, but this part here, listen to this, right? I'm going to show you that the legacy system offerings don't work. So they're looking at the digital offerings. It begins here. The Project Mandala report outlines some of the key drivers behind the need to make compliance checks more efficient. Don't worry, we're going to get to the good part. Just stick with me. You got to hear all of this. During the past 10 years, compliance regulations have grown at a rate of 15% per annum. That sounds like a large figure, but compounding that is even more shocking. They're saying it's shocking. I better not use that in title. People don't like that, even though the article writers themselves might have said it's shocking. It translates to 4 times the number of regulations compared to 10 years ago. These increasing compliance costs have made banks more picky about the jurisdictions they deal with, resulting in some payment corridors having few or no correspondent banks. What? They're telling. Wait, it keeps going. Wait, just wait. And making cross-border payments more expensive. Hence, the G20 cross-border payment goals include improving compliance. Wait. They're going to go deep. There's another factor we have not seen central banks sufficiently appreciate. They're behind. Compliance checks. Who's going to do that? AI and smart contracts are going to do it. Don't worry, I'm going to let them tell you. Compliance checks delays undermine trust in the banking system. The vast majority of compliance holdups are false positives. What do you call that? False positives. Are they just having errors in system? Is it incompetence? Why is that happening? Can you tell? Why is that happening? Can you tell me? That's going to be remedied. But wait. They keep going. In other words, average people and small businesses making legitimate cross-border transactions have funds temporarily blocked or delayed. This was released 10 hours ago, folks. This is highly relevant. This is a bombshell. I'm telling you, it tells you what's coming. AI, DLT. DLT is going to be absolutely dominant. And I'm telling you right now, they're coming later on with the quantum computing capabilities and expansion, scalability, all that stuff. I'm telling you, this results in quadrillions. If they can pull this off, it'll start out trillion, billions into trillions. Trillions will turn into quadrillion. I'm telling you, the new financial system is not as small as people are making it seem, because they've gotten used to the verbiage over the years. They've gotten comfortable with it, but you shouldn't, because it's been growing and growing and growing. It's bigger than anybody can know. What we've been seeing, and only thing that we can cover, because we don't have a lot of time, is the tip of the iceberg. Wait, it keeps going. Wait. So, in other words, average people and small businesses making legitimate, despite doing nothing wrong, and despite the fact that it is their money, so they're just holding your money up. Maybe your money even disappears. Some people have complained about that. There's a perception that some banks along the payment chain use compliance. Here's the bombshell. Pay attention. Share this around. There's a perception that some banks along the payment chain use compliance as an excuse to control payment timing to manage their own liquidity. Boom. Didn't I tell you it was part of this was about power? I told you. I know it. They've been exposed. I'm telling you. One thing I can say, listen, I have good deductive reason. I'm a pretty good researcher. I think so. They just exposed. Let's keep going. Wait a minute. Now, this has got to be a potent video. This reduces the trust in the banking system. This is why there's so much friction in the banking system. This is why it's up for the taking. Then there's even more tension between the commercial banks and the central banks. So now let's put this together. Wait a minute. So what we just read is that there's trillions of dollars of value on the line. That flow is going to be redirected. It's going to be redirected through DLT with smart contracts, and AI is going to be involved. They're all been talking about AI. All right. And we're not even taking into account real world asset tokenization. We're not even taking that's later. This all makes that very easy. That's later. But wait. So there's trillions of dollars on the table from the banks, central, commercial, all which fall in between. Then also that first article was about B2B. That's more trillions. That's more trillions of dollars where the flow must be redirected through distributed ledger technologies. What does it do to that price of any of these things that are involved? What does it do to that price? You tell me. What does it do to the price of XRP or Quant or Chainlink, Solana, Flare, XLM, whatever is going that has the possibility, not a guarantee, not financial advice, that has the possibility to have even a piece of that flow move through them? What does it do then? Wait. I know there was more. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I don't want to leave anything on the table. Proofs of compliance. There was something around here. Look at this. Wait. I think I have it. Bear with me, folks. You good folks out there. We're getting deep. Working with, just in case you thought, because you're like, wait, they didn't talk about digital currency. Wait. The last section is literally titled Working with Digital Currency. Boom. Man, how many they've been telling lately. Then here they're talking about, As part of the POC proof of concept, the compliance proofs were combined with Singapore's concept of purpose-bound money. This involves wrapping WCBDC. Wait, who has a great relationship with the Monetary Authority of Singapore? I'm just scratching my who has it? Ripple. Monetary Authority of Singapore. Didn't Ripple and the BIS work with the Monetary Authority of Singapore in a multitude of different ways and projects? I wonder. That's interesting, isn't it? Wait, let's keep going. The compliance so this involves wrapping WCBDC tokens with a policy wrapper smart contract restricting its use. What do you think they're going to use? They just talked about AI. What do you think they're going to use to make sure 24 hours a day, 365 days out of the year that compliance is met? They already proved early on. Read this article for yourself. They already proved earlier on that the legacy way of having regular people staring at, so I'm going to use a Post-it note. This is what I have. Regular people staring at some papers and trying to figure things out doesn't work. Because everything falls behind. The money gets stopped. And this has not been satisfactory. They just talked about that in the first half of the article. So that's got to go out the window. It's going to be smart contracts, DLT technology. It's going to be AI, artificial intelligence. Let that run everything. That's what they're trying to do. They're setting it up now. This is why you see all this layering. I talked about it in yesterday's video. These videos lately been potent. I hope people have been watching. So now, wait. The originating bank sends the wrapped CBDC to the beneficiary bank in order for the WCBDC transfer to proceed. Each of the proofs must be verified by the verifier contract. Right? Once verified and received, the beneficiary, we're going to dominate. Who has the best smart contracts? The most tested. Can you tell me that? We dominate when it comes to smart contracts. Listen, I think it's very interesting. Solana said they were going to go after the banks. They have some pretty good smart contracts. Algorand's already deep with the banks, especially in Italy. They're definitely great with smart contracts. Don't forget about Hedera, HBAR. Hedera has a connection with a lot of banks. And they're absolutely fantastic with smart contracts. We're going to dominate. Just my humble opinion. You could disagree. Sure. That's just my thoughts. Doesn't have to be yours. But this is what this is evidence. This is what the evidence is saying. So now, wait. So the WCBDC is then unwrapped. Remember, they need interoperability. They need linking pieces. They need the best of the best. They don't have it. Where do they get it from? Where do they get it? So what neutral party brings all of this compliance to the middle, makes sure everybody's being fair, and not one system is dominating another? Who does that? Or who can at least administer the guise or provide the guise of the possibility of that? Who? Only the new financial system. Wait. And then they speak a little bit. Let me see. Wrapped and is free to be used by the recipient bank. We know that Project Agora, the BIS cross-border payment system involving several central banks, also plans to do upfront compliance. It's all about compliance right now. AI and smart contracts. It's the only way they can do it so that it's not like what was before in the legacy system. They don't want that money frozen. They want it to flow. They want everybody to come in compliance. Remember what I was saying in yesterday's video about fragmentation. Look at all these different systems as blocks. That's actually quite funny since it's called blockchain. But look at them as blocks, right? In a pyramid. Right. So they're all going to be fit together, but you need something to keep those blocks together. That's interoperability. You need something to make sure all those blocks are the same size. That's like a equivalent to making sure they're all in compliance. Everybody's rules are being respected. How do you do that? They're only going to be able to do that through AI and smart contracts, DLT technology. One part of the system goes down, the rest of it keeps running. They want that also. This is why I believe firmly they've been allowing these systems to go down. We've had a myriad of them happen, a myriad of situations like that occur over the last 2 years, visibly, openly observable by anybody that's been reading banking news. I think they've been allowing that so the people can feel the pressure, the people can see that, and it justifies later on when these banks say, hey, we need to switch to the new system. They've been giving the people of the world all the incentive to not go against the new financial system when it's launched. right? And they're going through the private sector to circumnavigate the problem that they would have as governmental or central bank entities. Really, they're one and the same. Let's just be real. But still, let's separate them. Just that's the way that people are normalized to hearing it. But they will have backlash no matter what. So this is why, even with the article that we read, I think the other day, like once again, if you didn't watch that video from yesterday, it was potent in my humble opinion. It leads up to this. All these videos fit together like a puzzle piece. But this is why you had the Bank of England saying something that was otherwise nonsensical. Why would the Bank of England say, well, we're going to be watching the commercial banks? Well, first of all, they have the central banks take umbrage to the commercial banks and how they've been dragging their feet or having customized systems as they want them to use their system. But the commercial banks are not that foolish because they want to survive and not be gobbled up by the system or be cut out, from their customers, since the central banks can go directly to their customers if they wanted to. But why would they say such a thing like, well, we're going to watch before we deploy a retail CBDC? There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. Well, all the while they've been doing the most testing possible on retail CBDC, WCBDC, wholesale CBDC, etc. There's a reason for that. They're telling you, see, you have to utilize extreme deductive reasoning at times. Look a little bit below the surface, because sometimes the statements that are made public are not necessarily for the people. It's for certain entities and certain select people that are in the know. Right? They don't have a lot of time. You're writing, you're trying to make a paragraph statement, maybe less than a page worth of verbiage. There's not all the time in the world to go into in-depth detail. Right. So this is why they'll say it in a certain way with certain verbiage that only a few will understand. It's the same thing with any of these like official authority figures, like even legalese. Like regular individuals not going to understand all of that type of verbiage or even like medical shorthand. They don't have all the time in the world. So they got to write it in a certain way, say it in a certain way. Their peers understand it, but everyone else may understand every other word. They may not understand everything. Get what I'm saying? It's the same way when it comes to these types of statements, these types of documents. These people operate in a different sphere altogether. I'm going to tell you, but we're hot on their trail. I'm telling you, we are. So now, oh man, I was so excited about those 3 articles there. I have 8 more articles that we're not going to be able to get to, but we're gonna go to let's see. I have some Cardano, I have some Solana. Let's see. Let's do Solana, and I believe I have some Bitcoin here. So let's do Solana and Bitcoin and see where we're at. All right. So now, this article is titled Solana Flips Ethereum in Daily Fees. There's been a lot going on with Solana. I want to hear about those banks, Solana. I'm not playing around. I like Solana regardless. I think they're going to do well, but I do want to hear an update on those banks. So surpasses $2.5 million in 24 hours. Solana's surging fees are correlated with growing trading activity. People get more bullish. It says on the network's leading decentralized exchange, Radium. All right. So it says Solana has surpassed Ethereum in daily network fee generation, indicating more growing user activity on the world's 3rd largest blockchain. Solana has generated over $2.5 million worth of fees during the past 24 hours. Sounds good to me. Surpassing Ethereum's 2.07 million on October the 28th. Making Solana the 5th largest fee generating protocol in the crypto space, according to DeFi Llama data. If I'm moving just a tad bit quicker today, my apologies, but I have some stuff I got to go run and do, but it's like a thorn in my mind. I need to get the videos done. Like it does something good for me. So I'm just moving at a little bit of a quicker pace, if you don't mind. Some people bring that up. You're talking a little bit fast today. Like, I don't know how you perceive it. Some people actually fast forward. They put the video on fast forward. Some people slow it down. It all depends. People do different things. I don't know what you do. Solana's soaring fees are correlated with growing trading activity on its leading decentralized exchange, Radium, which generated over $3.4 million worth of fees on the Solana blockchain during the past 24 hours. My apologies. I had to do a little bit of this here. My nose hairs grow very fast, but I can talk about it. I'm at that age where we got to be real with ourselves and real with the audience. And those nose hairs will come out and poke you up. I'm telling you right now, maybe you're one of the fortunate ones. Somebody out there's like, I don't have any nose hairs at all, Mick. You're fortunate then. But if you see, I'm a hairy individual. You're like me. You're going to get them nose hairs. And another thing, buddy, Prepare yourself for them ear hairs as well. Those ear hairs are going to pop out and be tickling you. It's going to be tickling you. Like, what the heck is tickling me? Your ear hairs are tickling yourself. I'm telling you, like, what the heck? People might think you're digging in your ear. You're not. You're not. It's the hairs going to get you. Yeah. Solana is often referred to as the, quote, Ethereum, you know what they call it. I'm not going to say that word here, unquote, for its monolithic scaling approach. Ethereum nears $135 million in 30-day fees, leading Solana. I'm going to keep my eye on what's going on with Ethereum. I've been seeing I don't know what's going on. I've been seeing a lot of FUD on Ethereum, and I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with that. I always find that suspicious. I'm gonna tell you that. I think Ethereum is still bullish. I do. So I find it very suspicious that there's a lot of FUD out there about Ethereum. I do. So now let's move on to this little bit of, I believe. Oh, here we go. A little bit of Bitcoin news, the big dog on the block, which they continuously are comparing to gold, but to each his own. I hope Bitcoin does very well. I want to make some good money off of Bitcoin myself. So I hope it explodes, does well, but no need to compare it to gold. Now, Bitcoin is currently trading at around $67,000. Is that accurate, folks? Is that accurate? No, I think it's a little bit higher. It should be like 68. What is Bitcoin at today? So now, that's not the point. Let's get to what the crux of the article is. AI is predicting Bitcoin's price for the end of the year. That's what this article is about. Despite recent market dips, AI models now forecast a bullish year-end target of $78,900 for Bitcoin. Really? Wow. Spurred by robust institutional demand. It's what I've been telling people. Didn't I say it? Despite all the FUD that they've thrown on Bitcoin over the last few weeks, I said nothing has changed long-term because the institutions want it. And they're not here to make a little bit of money. This is rising open interest in derivatives, growing geopolitical tensions, and notable regulatory developments, particularly around Tether's USDT. These factors together set an optimistic outlook for Bitcoin, though potential volatility suggests a need for investor caution. Of course, like we know there could be volatility. We know that already. That's going to be there, but it doesn't change the upward trajectory at press time. And then they go into a little bit of Bitcoin's price at that particular time, which obviously is different right now. For a detailed analysis, Finbull provided market projections to ChatGPT 4.0 for a year-end Bitcoin price prediction. The AI forecast hinges on institutional inflows into Bitcoin ETFs, which reached a remarkable $3.07 billion inflows in October. So this one here is saying $78,900, folks. You think that Bitcoin could reach that by the end of the year? What do you think? It says here, BlackRock's iBit ETF is leading the pack with a 10-day streak of positive inflows. Yeah, they've been doing a lot lately. I told you they were going to gobble it up, and then they've been gobbling it up, right? Highlighting widespread institutional and retail demand for Bitcoin exposure. This demand strengthens Bitcoin's price trajectory. Additionally, open interest in Bitcoin derivatives have surged. It says with data from Deribit showing a 9.58% probability that Bitcoin could reach $100,000 by late December. I'll take it. It says indicating increased investor confidence and market positioning for Bitcoin's potential rally. In parallel, heightened geopolitical tensions such as recent activity, where there's been a lot of that type of thing going on. Obviously, they're saying that could make Bitcoin a little bit more bullish. People typically will retreat to gold, but there has been little trickles into Bitcoin as well. I will say that. So they expect that to continue. It says, as a historically favored hedge asset, Bitcoin could see continued interest amid these uncertainties. We've heard that before as well. Regulatory factors also contribute to Bitcoin's complex outlook. Tether is under invested. Really? Is it really? I thought there was some questioning about that, but has it been confirmed that Tether is under investigation? It says Tether is under investigation by the U.S. Department of Justice, adding a layer of caution for investors relying on stablecoin liquidity within the broader crypto ecosystem. I thought I saw a representative. Listen, folks, now this type of thing here, look it up for yourself, do your own research, because I could have sworn I saw an article maybe a day or two ago where someone allegedly who is a representative of Tether said that this was all nonsense. They said that they work with the U.S. government all the time, and there's clarity there. Transparency there. So I don't know what's going on now, but now this is from finbowl.com. They're saying that they are under investigation. So I need to get a little clarity on that for myself now. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.